So I think that some people have jobs, some people have careers, and some people have callings. And I really believe that counseling is my calling. After having been in this field for 30 years, I probably love it more now than I ever have before. And I'm really committed to the work that I do. So as a mental health counselor, I consider myself a generalist, which means I'll see most anybody who walks in through the doors. Work with a lot of people on grief and loss, trauma recovery. I do a ton of couples counseling. I work specifically with people who struggle with compulsive sexual acting out behavior as well as their partners. Mental illness has its own stigma, and I don't even view people that way. It's not like a person is either mentally ill or they're mentally well. We all fall along that continuum, and I think the healthiest among us understand that when things get difficult, that reaching out and seeking assistance is actually a sign of health and wellness. It turns out that in our society, loneliness is epidemic, and I believe that loneliness and isolation drives mental health issues. We are a social species. By design, we need each other, and when we're healthy, we seek each other out. And when things get rough or difficult, that's our healthy inclination, is to connect with another person. Well, when we become really unhealthy, we disconnect. We disconnect from our partners, from friends, from communities. Counseling sometimes is the first reconnection. We need friendships, partnerships, families, communities in order to be whole and healthy, and counseling is a safe place to reestablish connection. It is a myth that counseling and mental health services are for the mentally ill. Counseling is for people. The relationship, although it's professional, is far from contrived. For a lot of people, that relationship with their counselor is the most real and intimate relationship they have. Some common stumbling blocks for people seeking services is it might appear to be cost prohibitive. We bill people's insurances where there are diagnoses involved that are appropriate. And so I think there's a money barrier, there's a perception barrier, there's a self-judgment barrier, there's the old stigma that it's for mentally ill people. But I believe that if everybody in Idaho Falls, in the greater Idaho Falls area who had ever gone to counseling glowed green, this whole valley would light up. The most important thing to people probably everywhere is to be known, is to have their life witnessed, to be in relationship to someone who cares about the outcome. If there are skills and abilities you want to learn, or there are behaviors you want to change, or there are patterns that you feel tied to that are working against you, if you live in ways that are self-defeating, that prevent you from accomplishing your goals, counseling can be really effective. My name is Dr. Janet O. Allen, and I have been a mental health provider here in Idaho Falls for 30 years. I serve as the clinical director and am the owner of Creekside Counseling.